Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pete here with MixBetterNow.com, and I'm coming to you with a brand new 5-minute mix tip. And I want to show you one way to retain the low-end information in your mix. Let's check it out. All right, so I got two tracks here in Pro Tools. One is a drum kit from Addictive Drums 2. The other one is a bass guitar that I tracked through an amp, super dirty. They sound like this. Okay, so what I want to focus on is how we can retain as much of the low end as possible, right? I mean, you go through all these different struggles throughout the course of a mix, you know, to keep your low end sounding nice and full and really big and powerful. So I want to talk about using a sidechain to kind of take back some of that low end. Now, a common compressor that I might reach for on a drum kit might be something like an 1176, okay? So let me show you what that would sound like. Sounds really good. I love how it sustains the snare. It just adds that 1176 thing. But one thing that low-end information does to compressors is it stimulates them very much. And in this case, the compressor is really clamping down on the kick drum, and it's making the kick sound smaller as a result. I don't have a compressor on the bass because if you look at the waveform, there aren't very many transient peaks on it because what the distortion is doing is it's compressing it. Distortion is essentially extreme compression. So I don't have any compression on there. But what I want to do is I want to say, okay, well, how can we keep this kick sounding nice and big and full? So what I did was I went and I reached for a different compressor. I'm grabbing this Fairchild here from UAD. The reason I'm using it is it's kind of a throwback, tubes, transformers. It's going to give you that, a lot of that harmonic saturation, that weight, and that punch. But what it has is it has a sidechain down here. So what a sidechain does is it allows low-end information to pass through. So if you set it to 100 hertz, it's going to allow everything below 100 hertz to pass through uncompressed. So I have it set up, all ready to go, and listen to how this sounds compared to the 1176. Right? Much, much better than this. Now, it doesn't make a huge difference when we're talking about just one track and going through the mix bus, but when you have a lot of things added up, it will. So I like the way that the Fairchild sounds. It's preserving the kick a lot better here. And I just want to look quickly at the mix bus compressor. So 9 times out of 10, I'll reach for something like an SSL, which is a VCA style compressor, but no sidechain on the low end. So it would sound like this, playing both things through through the mix bus. Same thing's happening as was with the 1176 on the SSL, and that is that it's really clamping down on the low end, and it's also exciting the mix bus compressor, where we're getting like over 4 dB of compression. So how do we remedy that? We pick a different compressor. We could stay in the same ballpark with the VCA style, but we just pick a different one that has a sidechain. So on the Vertigo VSC2 from Brainworks, this has 2 settings, 60 hertz and 90 hertz, that will allow the low end to pass through and not affect the compressor. Let's listen to that versus this. So much better. I really hope you guys can hear that. If you're listening like on your phone or on a laptop, it's really not going to come through. But let's go ahead and do the before and after. So here is the 1176 in the SSL with no side chains. And now here is the Fairchild and the Vertigo with the side chains. So one way that we can really retain the low-end information in our mixes is by taking advantage of using sidechains on our compression. All right, that's it for me. My name is Pete with MixBetterNow.com. This has been another 5-minute mix tip. As always, I appreciate you guys watching very much. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will catch you next time.